LÁSZLO VÉN, if you are watching this video, make sure to watch till the end. I have a special message for you. Now, let's start today's video. Hello everyone, Raccoon-Formers here, and today I will be reviewing the Transformers Studio Series number 64, Deluxe Class Cliffjumper. Another figure I've been wanting for a long time, and I finally have him in hand. He has a lot of similarities with number 37, Off-Road Bumblebee here, especially in the transformation. If you've seen my review on Off-Road Bumblebee, you'll see how his transformation is similar to this one. Check the link in the description for Off-Road Bumblebee's review. But the robot mode you end up with for Cliffjumper is very, very nice. Nice looking head sculpt. Legs are a bit clunky and don't like to stay tabbed in together, but as you see here, he does stand up very nice. Backpack is a bit clunky, as you see, but it's fine. It is, but like I said, he does stand up very nice. Head sculpt, very nice. The crown is red, blue eyes, silver face. If you've watched Transformers Prime, you'll probably remember that Cliffjumper has horns in that show. Here's a picture. But I'm not sure if Cliffjumper has horns in the Bumblebee film. I'm not completely sure about that one. The one thing I'm not really a fan of is, see how the head is looking up? I don't think the head is actually able to go down all the way. See, it's not budging. Now, he comes with one accessory, and it's very similar to Off-Road Bumblebee's accessory. I'll show you. This is his accessory, just a cannon, which is technically just the same cannon as Off-Road Bumblebee's weapon here, and it tabs in just the same too. So you just tab it right into his hand, and it goes very fleshly, I'm not gonna lie. Let's see if this one can go into Off-Road Bumblebee's hand. Oh, it can. Let's see if Off-Road Bumblebee's can go in Cliffjumper's hand. Huh. I don't know. Set Off-Road Bumblebee stuff off to the side. Now let's get Cliffjumper back together. So, overall, a great robot mode. I just wish the head was able to look down all the way. But it's a great robot mode. And I wish these leg parts stayed together. But no matter. Let's take a look at the figure. Oh, wait. I forgot a detail point. He also has this nice, cool looking chest here, which are kind of the headlights for his car mode. They're not the actual headlights. These are just faux headlights for his chest. Now, let's get on with this figure's articulation. Arms can go in and out, and up and down, and there's a bend at the elbow, and the arm can also rotate, no fist articulation. Head can rotate around and can look up this much at the neck, and the head can also look up this much for the transformation, just like Off-Road Bumblebee. Legs can kick back this much and can kick up this much, and there's like a slight rotate at the knee, as you see, and the leg can also kick in and out. And somewhat of waist articulation, as you see. But anyway, looks very good with Off-Road Bumblebee, if I'm not gonna lie. But I think this pretty much wraps up this figure's robot mode. Let's get down to transformation. Now, this transformation is pretty satisfying. Let me know in the comment section below if you agree. First, you can remove his blaster, set it off to the side, and we'll start down here at the legs. See this knee section? You can just flip it up, flip down the foot. Then you can take the wheel section, fold this section out, but this part can sometimes get a bit tricky, but you can just fold it out And this will just line up here and slot into place like that. Second verse, just like the first. Flip up the knee pad, flip up the foot, shift this section out of the way, fold this section over, and slot it into place. And then you can tab the feet together, which they've tabbed very satisfying. Look, when you tab the feet together, it reveals this front engine thing at the front of his Cybertronian car mode. Then you can come up to the chest area, detach it, bring it down, just like Off-Road Bumblebee. Flip out the trunk, flip in the faux chest pieces, just like Off-Road Bumblebee again. Take the backpack, detach it, fold the arms inward, take the head, flip it back, again, just like Off-Road Bumblebee. Take the trunk, bring it up. At this step, you're forming Off-Road Bumblebee's, the grill of Off-Road Bumblebee's Jeep. In this one, you're forming the trunk. It's funny, but no matter. Then you can take this section here, just align it up with that slot on the arm. There you go. And doing so is probably gonna undo the legs. Just tab them back together. Like so. Then bring this around, slot the feet back together. And you can just line all this up again. And here's the outline of this car mode, all done. Just line that up, and so far it's looking pretty good, if you're not gonna lie. And then for the arms, I don't know if you see that little slot right down there. And there's this slot on the arm that will slot right into that. And that you do that for Off-Road Bumblebee too. If you want to see Off-Road Bumblebee's transformation, just check the link in the description for that review. Sorry, I accidentally turned off my light. So, there you go. Line this up like so. And there you go. As you see, the car is starting to roll very nicely. And then to finish off the transformation, you can just flip this section out and then take this section, flip it around. This peg here, it kind of sometimes gets stuck. You kind of need to push this peg here free before flipping that around. And the gun will store, see those two slots right there? You're supposed to tab them like this, but with the front of the blaster pointing forward to the front of the grill. And there, it slots right in. And you can bring this down, shift all this backward. And then it's just a matter of lining up the, yeah. The gun does not like to stay tabbed in, but you get how to do it. So then you can just line the, but if I were you, I would tab the gun on before lining all this up. As you see now, it's a lot harder to tab it in because there's not much clearance. Just make sure to tab the legs back together, because doing all this is definitely gonna make them come undone. At least maybe not if you're careful. Then this little slab with plastic here needs to go under this part on the back wheel. Just line all this up. Tab this into place and come to the front, and these tabs here, you'll just tab them down. Like so. Sorry that the gun came off, but I showed you how already, so I'll set that off to the side right now. And with all that being said, here we have the Transformers Studio Series number 64, Deluxe Class Cliffjumper in his awesome looking Cybertronian car, alt mode. That transformation was pretty satisfying and honestly pretty easy, and the vehicle mode you end up with is sick. I'm just glad they gave Cliffjumper his own mold and didn't make him just a repaint of Volkswagen Bumblebee, because he didn't even transform into a Volkswagen in the Bumblebee movie. He didn't even transform into this car in the movie, but Bumblebee did in the Cybertron battle scene. Here's a picture. So I wouldn't be surprised if Studio Series repaints this mold into a Cybertron Bumblebee figure. That would be nice. Please, Studio Series, do that. And honestly, Cliffjumper wasn't even in the movie all that much. He was in the movie for a split second at the Cybertron battle scene. And he was in the scene where Shatter and Dropkick captured him and killed him. Sad. It seems like Cliffjumper dies all the time. Who knows why? But the vehicle mode you end up with, as I said, is sick. Not that much robot kibble underneath. I just wish the arms tabbed in a bit better. But it's sick. Decked out all in red. Actually, a little bit of black too. Nice looking engine up here. Little headlights, which look just like his faux headlights in robot mode. Here's a picture. Wheels are also very nice. Side texture, which is also nice as well. Nice looking transparent texture here on the top. Little tail fin. Nice looking trunk. Overall, a wonderful figure. If you can manage to get his gun tabbed in underneath, that's great. But if not, I suggest just setting it in a bag somewhere, because this just doesn't like to tab on. It's somewhat annoying. But he rolls very nicely, as rolling things should. Hooray for rolling. Here's how he rolls on my desk. Half pipe. Half pipe. Half pipe! Okay, all jokes aside. But he looks very, very nice. Let's do some comparisons. Actually, I just have one comparison available. Here he is with the Transformers Studio Series number 57, Deluxe Class Off-Road Bumblebee. His somewhat look-alike. I know. Like I said, they mainly just have similarities for transformation. Their vehicle modes are completely different, as you see. You know what? I have some other comparisons available. Here he is with the Transformers Studio Series number 58, Deluxe Class Roadbuster. And here he is with the Transformers Studio Series number 37, Voyager Class Rampage. And here he is with Steeljaw, who comes with Leadfoot. Just to be funny. Well, I think this pretty much wraps up this vehicle mode. Let's get down to transformation, shall we? Get back in. If you have his gun on, remove it. So then first you deal with top, somewhat detach this area here, and then you can just detach it up here. Be careful with so you don't break it. And you can just take this section, flip it in. Make sure before flipping this part in, flip this clear section in, and it will allow it to flip in. Then you can flip up that part. Now his backpack is ready. Then I suggest dealing with the feet next. Just detach the feet, bring them down, flip down these shin pieces or whatever. And you can just wiggle this section free and fold it inward. Same on this side. Fold it inward. And you can just detach this part from the arms. And then you can deal with the wheels now, which you can flip in. Then you can just tab this section right there. And then you can take this section, just flip it around on this extra hinge here. And then this should tab in, but like I said earlier, it doesn't really like to. Be alert of that. And you can just repeat the same process on this side. Flip in the wheel and swivel this section around. And try your best to tab it in. But it won't, as you see. But It's all good. And you can take this section and fold the arms outward. And you can bring the trunk section down. Oh, yeah, be careful. You need to kind of fold the arms out a little. And you can flip the head section out. And then you can fold the arms in. And then these two slots on the backpack will slot right into those two slots on the wheels, holding them in place. And then you can bring this section down the rest of the way. Oh yeah, that came undone. Sorry guys. You can flip out the chest sections, flip in the trunk, and fold the chest up and tab it into place. Then you can take his accessory and just tab it into his arm. And with all that being said, here we have the Transformers Studio Series number 64, Deluxe Class Cliffjumper, back in his robot mode. Some final thoughts on the figure. It's a good figure. And what's cool is, remember how Off-Road Bumblebee has those slots on his arm where, like, Volkswagen Bumblebee's sword could go? Right here? I'm wondering if Volkswagen Bumblebee's sword can tab here. I'm not going to try that, though. If you want, you can try that for yourself, though. But a wonderful figure, a work of art by Hasbro. I just wish the head was able to look down all the way, and I wish the gun tabbed easier in vehicle mode. I honestly wish it tabbed on top of the car mode. That would have been cool. But not to be negative about this figure. It's a wonderful figure. It's good. Well, this pretty much wraps up this video review. Thanks for tuning in. Remember to click that big red subscribe button and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on a future video. And stay tuned for my next review on the Transformers Studio Series number 65, Voyager Class Blitzwing. Stay tuned. Well, this is your man Raccoon-Formers, signing off. Peace.